These are directions on how to do your surface area coloring center. We will not learn about how to do surface area until Tuesday, so it's important that since today is Monday that you watch the whole video to ensure that you know what you're doing. Okay, you're going to need to know the area formulas for all the shapes that we're doing in order to do this. So you're going to need to know the area formula for a rectangle, for a square, and for a triangle, which I know a rectangle is length times width, a square is base times height, and then a triangle is base times height divided by 2. So I'm going to be using these area formulas, which we learned last week, to help me find the surface area of this whole shape. Okay, so let's look at number 1. As you can see, they do not give you the labels of all of the sides in the shape, and we need to know the labels of all of the sides of the shape in order to be able to solve and find the surface area. So first thing I'm going to do is go through and label all of the sides. So I know that if this side is an 8, let's make it smaller. Here we go. If this side is an 8 right here, that means this side is also going to be an 8 because they are the same length. So I'm going to label it an 8. Which means this one's also an 8. This one's an 8. And this one is an 8. Okay, now I have 5 centimeters. Let's use red. I know this one's 5, which means if I keep going up, this one is also 5, which means this one is also 5. Okay, same over here. It says that this one is a 5, which means this one up here is going to be a 5, and this one up here is going to be a 5. So I'm just going through and labeling. Now I have one more number left to label, which is a 3. And according to this side and this side are both 3s. So if this side is a 3, that means this side is also a 3, which means this one is a 3. This one right below it, oops, would also be a 3. This would be a 3. And I know it's a 3 because they're the same lengths. This one and this one. Okay, now we just need to find the area of each shape, not the perimeter, so I'm not adding, I'm going to be multiplying or doing whatever the area formula is, okay? So let's start here. I got a rectangle. Let's make this bigger now. Here we go. We got a rectangle here. And I know to find the area of a rectangle, I have to do length times width. So I'm going to be doing 5 times 8 to find the area of that highlighted yellow rectangle. And I know 5 times 8 is 40. So I'm going to write 40 big in here so that I remember that. Now I'm going to go to my next shape. This one's also a rectangle. I can see we have an 8, a length of 8 and a width of 3. It's a rectangle again, so I'm going to do length times width, which is 8 times 3, which is 24. Okay, next shape, also a rectangle. Length of 8, width of 5. 8 times 5 is 40. Next rectangle. 8 and 3. 8 times 3 is 24. And now we just have 2 rectangles left on the sides. We can do this one first. A length of 3 and a width of 5, which is 15. And then same thing over here. Length of 5, width of 3, 15. Okay, now I'm going to go through and I'm going to add up all of the big numbers that I got. So I'm going to add 15 plus 24 plus 40 plus 24 plus 40 plus 15 to find the surface area of the whole entire shape. Okay, so I got 24. I'm going to cross it off because I already wrote it. 40, cross it off. 24 again, cross it off. 40, cross it off. 15 and 15. Okay, add them together. 4 plus 0 is 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 18. Carry the 1. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Okay, so I got 158 centimeters. Now I'm going to go find 158 centimeters on our coloring, which is up here. And you can see down here it says I'm going to color that answer red. So this is a good way to check your answers. If you can't find your answers on here, then you probably did something wrong. I do see my answer. It is right here, so I know that I must have solved this one correctly. Okay, you'll do the same thing for all the other ones. You'll just have to remember when you do one that has a triangle in it, make sure that you do the area formula for a triangle, which is base times height divided by 2. Okay, if you have any questions, please talk to the people in your group before talking to your teacher.